All right, we are here with episode 5 of Oh my gosh, Waterdeep Dragon Heist. It's a tongue twister because there's all the D's like water deep, but it's
Well, we
dragon.
fucked it up already. See you again next week,
Yeah.
everyone.
All right. Well, it was good seeing you all. Let's raid out. Anyway.
Fucked it up already. 2025 gonna be my year though.
All right. I'm joined here by Brayleth and the Coffee Lich. Please ignore any deja vu you may be feeling. But how are you both doing today?
Doing good.
Doing good.
All right, good to hear. Good to hear. I'm very excited for this session, not only because I'm really proud of this particular title, but I'm just gonna say I'm excited because I feel like in my other groups that I've done this portion with, it kind of I don't know if we've even done most of what is probably gonna transpire here. So it's all gonna be essentially new to me, and I'm excited to see how I guess Brayleth and I handle the interactions.
Mm-hmm.
As for last time, according to my notes, I have here not much. The money I've taken out for the taxi, the pint-sized pint I've written down here. Ooh, got a lot of money. That's pretty nice. But I believe we successfully, after having successfully rescued Bloon Lagmar, we got our prize, brand new property, and we got to explore. Like how I used to watch HGTV as a kid because it was one of the few channels my parents were okay with. They're like, yeah, it's okay for the kids to watch this stuff. Nothing bad is going to happen. So, like the Property Brothers, those attractive twins on the channel, that's an important disclaimer that I had to put in there real quick. Yeah, we were checking out that place. We chose our bedrooms. We're ready to open business, but there's like a ghost situation. No offense to Silly Pickles. Not quite sure how to rectify that. But yeah, that's all I remember from last time.
Yeah, the place being haunted by a ghost definitely hits a bit different when one of the player characters is also a ghost.
Oh, that reminds me. Not to spoil too much, but I hear in 2024, healing spells now affect undead and constructs, and we're not limited by that anymore. But I'll defer on you.
Anytime I have to look over the vampire stuff from Grim Hollow for Julian in our other game, I'm suddenly reminded of, oh right, I'm not actually supposed to get healed by most things. It's supposed to just go as temporary healing for me. Thankfully, we don't have like a healer anyway, so.
Yeah. Does Brayleth even play healing classes at all? I'm trying to this. I don't mean that as like a snide remark. I'm just like blanking on people capable of. Did Delilah even have any healing spells?
I think she had.
She definitely had some, but I don't think she had a ton. I think
she had probably cure wounds and I think Raise Dead.
Yes.
All the things.
Classic healing spell, Raise Dead.
Was Solstice was a Tempest cleric, right? Or was she a Storm Soul?
She was a Tempest cleric for both your campaign and the campaign I just played her in earlier tonight, but I kind of imagined the fact that Talos disowned her after she, understandably wasn't the best cleric, that she is now a level 1 or 3 Storm Sorcerer. Which I just watched the Cleric 2024 video, and oh my gosh, I want to make a War Cleric for the first time ever in my life. I want to make another Light Cleric. I want to make a Trickery Cleric for once. Like I'm doing things I didn't think I would ever want to do, so that's very exciting. But yeah. That's it for me. Here we are.
Oop. Okay. So let's see. Where are the maps? Sorry, I'm suddenly very sneezy. I have to mute myself.
Okay.
Then. So let's see. Why don't we take you guys over to the most recent map that we were on. Do I have... Cut off this music. Let's play this one.
Ooh, classy.
Oh.
Oh.
Was I not this for you guys last time?
I'm honestly not sure. It's later for me, so I may have forgotten. But this is classy.
So, as I believe we established to at least some extent last time, a couple minutes ago, last time, you guys officially turned in your rescued ward, Floon Blagmaw. I'll never get over that name. To your new quest giver, Volo, of Volo's Guide fame. And basically he fessed up to the fact that he doesn't actually have any money. And he kinda lied to you when he said that he would pay you each like 1,000 gold. But he instead handed over the deed to the Troll Skull Manor and Tavern to you two. And you guys came up north to Troll Skull Alley to examine your new potential property to see if you wanted to accept it. You showed up, found the ghost here in the tap room, fought it off. It fled elsewhere in the building, and the two of you decided to explore the place a bit more thoroughly, mapped it out, decided who gets what, and met Volo back on the ground floor. I believe you guys officially accepted the deed to the location. I don't remember if we had a scene with the, I believe, magistrate that you would need to go to officially sort that out, but...
Oh, it was like super brief. It was kind of like I don't want to say fully hand wave, but it was like we showed up and it like took a few minutes, but it wasn't anything egregious.
Gotcha. Okay. So from there, you guys are now officially the owners of the Troll Skull Manor and Tavern.
That's not what it's called anymore.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's no longer what it's called. You had to register a name of the property, and well, I would assume that the manor would still just be like the manor, but you registered the tavern under a new business name, and would you like to unfortunately declare what that new title is?
Well, and she's dulce de leche, so naturally the name of our establishment is the Milky Pickle.
The Milky Pickle. In fact, I even changed my name. I changed it back, but I briefly changed my name on Roll20 to. Let's test it out. The Milky Pickle. It is I, Miss Milky Pickle Proprietor. Hey! Alright, I'll change my name back now. This is one of my favorite things that has ever been named in D&D. I appreciate this. What was the name? Magistrate? I appreciate the Magistrate for letting us name it this.
She is just as disappointed about it as I am.
Okay.
And I forget, are we required to go and like meet with people about the fact that we have a tavern now, or are they gonna come to us?
Depends. What do you mean?
I just remember a conversation with Volo about how they're gonna be pretty pushy
The
about
HOA?
something or other.
Oh my gosh. I wasn't expecting a HOA in my D&D.
Right. Okay. So I believe what you're referring to is members of the various guilds, who basically will act as your basically act as your suppliers and contractors and whatnot. I believe, to summarize, if you want to operate the tavern as a business, then there's a lot that needs to be done to get it up to business standards. For starters, you don't have any wares to sell. In addition to that, there's also the glaring issue of the place is a practically condemned building. A lot of repairs need to be done. And there's just general marketing, things like that. So the various guilds are responsible for all of those, and Volo suggested that people will come to you to solicit your business on threat of death.
Okay. I assume this is Volo still here in front of us?
Yes.
Yes. Can I ask him real quick? You know, you've just reminded me then, if that's the case, is there going to be a situation where perhaps we should hear a lot of people out? Are there like multiple people vying to be like, oh, yeah, please let me be your alcohol person. Let me be your food person. Or is it kind of like, you know, oh, this is the food person. This is what you get. But be nice to them.
Mm-hmm. The way it works is that there is the one guild, and that one guild basically monopolizes a thing. And they will send one guild representative. You do still need to maintain positive relations. And basically the alternative option is to like try to hire like non-guild third-party contractors or do something yourself, and ultimately that runs the risk of alienating or upsetting powerful factions in the city.
Don't worry, just like in real life, I'm not about that whole DIY nonsense. I would like to go with the path of least resistance. The guild member knocks on, at least for me personally, and I guess for Dolce, someone knocks on my door being like, hey, you should hire me to do your food. I'm pretty much your only option you have, unless you want to outsource it. And that sounds like more work for me, so I will pass. I'll gladly take the first bidder.
That's fair.
Okay. So you mentioned there might be a neighbor meeting situation. Should we venture out now? Perhaps Volo in tow, or
yes. So that's the other. There we go. That's the other thing. You are now officially denizens of. Let me pull this map up. You're now officially denizens of the Troll Skull Alley. So there are various. There are plenty of residences around here. There are also a number of businesses around here, and Volo recommended going out and meeting your new neighbors. Various businesses that could be of use to you, various NPCs who you might want to meet.
Okay. And
stuff like that.
it's not too meta to, hopefully not to say, all right, look, sounds like we got to check out each of the Fog of War places, like one by one.
So, to put it bluntly, like if it's not a Fog of War location, it's a private residence, and you'll probably just see
Damn
those
it.
guys on the street, and they general. This is an upper class area. You are in the North Ward. Things get a bit pricey up here. And you know how people with money are. They don't want to build communities. They want to hire servants, and they want you to shut up and go away. So it would not behoove you to go door to door and introduce yourself with a friendly attitude. But the people running the shops they are more down to earth, and they are people that you'll probably want to make acquaintance of.
Yes, and the shops being the Fog of War, I imagine.
Correct.
Alrighty. Well, then I guess we'll meet our closest neighbor if you are game, Silly Pickles.
Yeah.
We could also work our way out and then back in, but I figure they're right here.
So,
And now that we own the place, our own Fog of War has been removed.
correct.
We'll have to buy each of these establishments in tow if we want their Fog of War to be removed. Soon we'll own this city.
Yes, Monopoly in my D&D. Better executed, that's for sure.
All right. Let's see. What place is this? It has been a little while since I read chapter 2, so give me one moment.
So clearly, Silly Pickles, since we now own the Milky Pickle, and this street is called Troll Skull Alley, our ultimate goal here, what's the name of this campaign? Waterdeep Dragon Heist? No. Our ultimate goal here is to get this alley renamed to Milky Pickle Alley so that it matches just like Troll Skull Manor used to with Troll Skull Alley. How does that sound?
Well, given how many guilds we're going to have to talk to just to refurbish the bar, it's going to be quite the process. But yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, new goal achieved. Or obtained.
Oh, wait. Let's see. Well, okay. So, the building that you approach is a stately 3-story townhouse, the third floor of which has been converted entirely into a greenhouse. Its translucent glass walls allow you to see the rainbow of flowers blossoming within.
Oh, cute.
The door out front... Whoop. Damn it. The door out front... Let's see if this will... That's a long command. Of course. How do you spell this? The door out front has a sign posted above it labeled Corlon's Crown.
Oh my gosh. Could I ask you, it's okay if you don't want to, but could I ask you to paste that description?
It's not an actual description.
Okay. That's fine. I'm really digging this because not only is Corlon my light cleric's deity, as is many. Yeah, basic choice. I get it, but I love this alliteration. This store sounds gorgeous. I just want to spend all my time here. I'm sorry, Milky Pickle. I'm just gonna be here the whole time. This is so cute.
Let me just write up the description that I just gave.
You don't have to, but it was a wonderful description. I'm like in awe of this store that I'm standing in front of. Oh yeah, not to. I guess I don't think this spoils too much, but we did in my other campaign. We did hire employees. There was this band of brothers. We may or may not have gotten one of them killed and tried to hide. You're like, huh? Where's so and so? I don't know. He just didn't clock in today. The strangest thing. I'm not saying that I'm gonna kill off one of our employees. Those days are behind her. But yeah, and one of my, what's the word for like one of my campaigns that is on hiatus that I'm gonna play her in. I think Coralon's like died or something because I did not have access to my light cleric powers for quite some time. Something is going on. I'll find out one day. Yes.
All right.
Very cute.
So, are you guys going to go in?
Absolutely. Do I have
All
one?
right. See if I can get some kind of description here. All right. As you enter the building, you see a wood elf with long reddish brown hair. Let's see. What's the word I'm looking for here? I don't know. You see a wood elf with long reddish brown braided hair, tending to some flower pots. As they notice the two of you enter, they put down the pot that they're walking on, take off their gardening gloves, and greet you warmly. Hello there. Welcome to Coralon's Crown. You two seem new. I'm Fala Lafalio. This is my establishment. What can I do for you two on this fine day?
Hello, a pleasure to meet you too, Falala. My name is Dulce de Leche, and I'll let my associate introduce herself, and I do that Will Smith pose towards Silly Pickles.
I'm Silly Pickles, and this is Blockhead.
I'm so sorry. That sounded like the same inflection as I'm Lightning, and this is Jackass. But yes, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm so sorry. I thought you were going to say your name was Coralon. Coralon's crown. Is that a flower or something?
Oh, no. Coralon is... Give me one sec, actually.
Yeah, you're fine. I'm familiar, but Dolce isn't because she's not a filthy... Well, actually, I'm actually tempted to change Dolce to be a trickster domain cleric now that I've seen the changes to 2024 cleric. Like, that's not how I expected this to go at all, but
Tempted to change Dolce into that?
I mean, not now, but I mean like down the line, like to run her as that, because it has some of the, it's all about illusions and it just seems like a good fit. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to say like I'm changing her right now, mid-session, mid-stream. She's a 2024 trickster domain cleric. No.
I just thought it... I mean, like, I wouldn't have stopped you, to be clear. Like, I'd be fine with that. I was just like, goddamn, this would be the fourth class that this one character has had since being introduced to the Mad Mage. So, Follow responds, oh, no. I'm not Coralon. Coralon is one of the elven deities, and the one that I worship the closest, as their domain is largely, they gesture around them, plant life.
Oh. Well, you have a lovely... It's not a garden. You have a lovely store. We're just up the street, actually. We're at what you may have known as Troll Skull Manor. We've got a new name going on, a rebrand, trying to spruce the place up, and we figured we'd beat our new neighbors.
1 second.
Of course.
So I'm gonna name. Actually, I want to see if I can. I want to see if I can do this. I don't think I have the option. I'm gonna check.
Okay.
Which is the SGM mail. Sorry, muted myself.
Welcome back.
I do not have the ability to do what I was hoping to do. So I'm gonna need you to show this to the rest of the stream for me.
Okay.
I trust you'll be able to figure out how to do it. But as soon as you mention to Fala that the two of you just acquired Troll Skull Manor, they make this face. That was posted in our DM group. And they go like, oh, you just got that property, huh? Well, I wish you the best of luck with your refurbishments.
Oh, thank you. All right, there's the reaction image.
Brilliant.
I don't know if I don't remember if Dolce's smart enough. She's got enough street smarts to pick up on any sort of anything that this person would have this face specifically. I don't know if she would have picked up on that. So she will genuinely thank her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe we can buy some flowers to put in there.
Well, if you, they do kind of bulk up a little bit as you say that. Well, if you do ever find yourself in the market for some flowers, I'm open pretty much 24/7, just about. I don't need to sleep after all, and I do love what I do. Though I do, of course, have to close down occasionally, either to go get something to eat, go out buying supplies, things like that,
Right. Maybe you could stop by our place to get something to eat sometime. She smiles genuinely.
If you ever... Sure. Yeah. Okay.
Dolce looks really happy right now.
If you don't mind my saying, the two of you look like adventurers of sorts. Is that true?
Yep.
What gave it away? Dolce hides the enormous cache of weapons that she has on her. She hides behind a plant or something. She's like, "Oh, what gave it away?"
Oh, it was mostly your enormous cache of weapons. But,
dang it, that always gets me.
But also, not to... I apologize if this is... I apologize if this sounds rude, but I can't tell what in the nine hells your companion is, and I find that most people who I can't identify tend to be of the adventuring persuasion.
Well, Silly Pickles, would you like to explain? Should I explain?
I'm a ghost. Her armor will clatter to the floor, and she'll
Oh,
hover
taking off.
out
Oh my
through the
gosh.
wall and then
So
back
early.
in.
Wow.
Fala does not seem to be especially phased by this, except to be
And that wall was phased.
enthused. Yeah.
Thank you for laughing
Very
at that
good.
terrible joke.
And they go, "Oh, that is fascinating. So interesting. We get so many colorful types these days."
But yes, we would love to perhaps furnish our place with some of your flowers. Daffodil, do you happen to have a favorite flower of sorts? I'm not quite sure what flowers you would like. Was wondering if you had something in mind.
He does not respond.
The perfect response, lack thereof. She looks a little puzzled, but she'll just continue on, unfazed.
So I personally have always interpreted Silly Pickles as being smiling under all circumstance, no matter. And I
Usually.
like to imagine that for that specific interaction, it was just a very flat that expression just typed in.
Basically.
I'm kick it up a little. Let me type it in for chat over here.
Yeah. Yeah. So, at the mention of the flowers, Fala was reminded of the sales pitch they were about to make, and goes, "Oh, right. So what I was getting at a moment ago, since the two of you seem to be adventurers, I am actually They get a little they very clearly get a little proud when they say this. I am actually a member of the Guild of Apothecaries and Physicians, and I actually, in addition to purely decorative plants, I also am in the business of potion crafting."
Cute. Oh, are there? This is me asking, not Dolce asking out loud. Are there potions that are visible, for sale?
There are a number of potions available for sale. They're not especially easy to see. They're all in a locked case behind a sales desk sort
I
of
see.
situation.
Like baby formula locked up in the back. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, I understand.
Basically.
A little bit more delicate.
But it's also it's hard to see far enough back into the store because the rest of the store is absolutely filled with plants of all kinds of varieties.
Nice. Okay. Well, it's a pleasure to meet a guild member of the Guild of Apothecaries and Physicians. Does that mean, if something were to happen to, well, she briefly looks at Silly Pickles, but then you're a ghost. So she if something were to happen to me, you'd be able to patch me up?
It's
It's okay if not. I just heard physicians. I just want to clarify. I can go. Yeah. Just want to be sure that we don't run here if you can't. We can run elsewhere in case something happens to me.
So the answer is technically no. So I can heal injuries through the use of potions. But legally speaking, I am not a physician. I am an apothecary. The guild has both apothecaries and physicians, but not everyone counts as both. So if you do need healing, I can provide you with healing potions, but legally I do have to let you know that if you need non-magical healing, or you're on a state where you cannot imbibe a potion, I cannot provide any further assistance for you. Does that make sense?
Yes, that makes perfect sense. It's like when I call my physician's office and they say, press this button if you want to schedule an appointment, but if you feel short of breath or you have this, just hang up and dial 911. Yeah, just like that.
What are your passive perceptions again?
Let me take a look.
Like 27.
Mine is 27. I forget.
16.
Oh my gosh, I believed you. I'm like, wait, are you the character who took that one
Yeah,
insane?
I can feel lightning anything. I'm like, damn, really? Shit, all right. I'm gonna just lie to you more in the campaigns where you're DMing.
Coffee, what did you say? I'm
Save
sorry.
I said save that for when lightning's DM.
Exactly, you're both on the same wavelength there. Yeah,
so last time on Curse of Strahd, we killed Strahd.
Wow, I'm even surprised. I guess my memory is pretty bad. No, I would have believed you for anything. Someone told me yesterday that her chatter's name TFC stood for the Texas fried chicken, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Oh yeah, I like fried chicken. She's like, no, I was lying to you. So I'm very gullible. So keep that in mind when we reconvene for D&D.
I love the idea that you can't refer to it as a joke. You can't say I was telling a joke. It's like I was lying to you. So what actually are your passive perceptions?
Oh, mine is 14. Or mine is 14. It sounds like to me
16.
that I said negative 14 minus 14. 14.
After Fala gives that response about legally not being a physician, out of the corner of your eye, you just briefly see like a very obvious lawyer doing the I'm watching you gesture, like from 20 feet behind you.
Oh, wow. Is there one of those in every store?
Fala looks a little bit nervous and says, "One of what?"
This gorgeous plant. Dolce turns 45 degrees to the left and holds her hands. She's not touching it, but to gesture at a random plant that is right there.
No, I don't think that there would be one of those in every store. Maybe every apothecary or maybe every greenhouse. But I'm not.
Makes sense.
Can't even say that with 100% certainty.
But yes, we'll be sure to go to you if we need any potions, any plants and potions. You're the person to go to.
I just thought of something. Silly Pickles will pull out the pot of awakening.
Oh Lord. Oh no.
Do you know how to work one of these?
That was from the dungeon, right?
Yep.
Fala is able to immediately identify the pot of awakening. Goes, "Oh yes, the pot of awakening. How fun! I haven't seen one of those in a couple of years." Were you looking for some tips on how to use it?
Well, since we're adventurers, I don't know if it's really going to be in our best interest to carry this around for 30 days and hope it doesn't get broken or anything. So I was wondering if we could hire you to take care of it.
Wow.
Until it then.
That's a good idea.
Till it's fully grown.
Oh. I see. Well. Let's see. Well, Pot of Creed versus Pot of Awakening. Pot of Awakening, that's that good shit, right? Well, they're pretty low maintenance, so I don't see any real problem with taking care of that. It wouldn't add too much to my daily routine. Now, did you want me to? Like just take it off your hands entirely, or did you want to, let's see, or when it eventually does fully grow and mature into an awakened shrub, you know that's what this will do, right?
Yeah.
Are you familiar? Okay. Were you hoping to take the awakened shrub with you when you leave, or were you hoping to just unload the item entirely over
I
there?
figure we could put it in our bar.
Wait, an awakened shrub.
Maybe employ it. I don't know. Are they smart enough for that?
I'm not entirely sure about the laws regarding that. But I guess all things considered, that wouldn't be my problem at that point. I do question the ethics of it as well. But I mean, it wouldn't be like mind controlled by you. It'd be friendly to you, but it still would be its own individual.
I'm sure
I
they
guess
pay it.
you'd end up having to. You'd probably have to negotiate your own like contract with it at that point, but it might be legal. You'd probably want to consult the Lawyers Guild for that. But yeah, if you just want me to take care of it until it fully matures, then let's say with the cost of materials that would require and the extra effort and extra walk, I would say I could. I'd say that I could watch this pot for you for 2 gold.
Ooh.
Sure.
Sure.
In fact, I'll flick over 3 gold, so she'll take better care of
Nice.
it.
So Fala accepts the 3 gold, and as they catch the money out of the air, you're able to catch a glimpse of their they/them pronoun pin.
Nice. Oh, I wasn't paying attention to Braille of Misgender, the NPC.
Not out loud.
Braille, how could you?
But
How? Anyway, but that's cute.
how did you read my mind?
They didn't. That's why they didn't actively say anything. I just commented on you noticing their pin. It is actually in the book. This is official. Fun
Nice.
fact, by the way, Fala Lefalier is our first canonical non-binary character who officially goes by they/them pronouns and gently corrects any player character who uses the wrong pronouns. And unfortunately for me, Silly Pickles did not do so out loud, just in player narration. So had to get creative with it. So Fala has now resulted in pronoun pins being a thing canon to my world, I guess. So that's fun.
Actually, I kind of want to add, because pronoun pins are like also a cute thing to buy. You know, you'll go to conventions, right, and see various things. So I kind of want to put some for sale in the world.
Preaching to the choir, I actually wear a pronoun pin at my job, and I don't remember which one I wear consistently. I think it's the one that has like a couple mushrooms on it. But I have a couple different pronoun pins. They're all very fun. I have an enamel pin that is a cat holding a kitchen knife in its mouth, and the knife says they/them on it.
Excellent. Sounds great. Plus, enamel's just so satisfying.
Yeah, but it's the whole thing is small enough that it's like for like the distance between me and the and my customers that I'm
Yes.
working with at my hotel. Like no one's ever seeing that shit.
I see.
So
Okay.
people don't really notice the pronoun pin that I'm wearing otherwise anyway, but some people do, and I always think that that's neat. I find it interesting. Like, I never correct guests because of the fact that I'm not paid enough. I get into enough fights with guests. I don't need this to be one of them. But like every now and then I'll have a guest that will like correctly use my pronouns, and I'm just like, oh, that person actually read my my pronouns. Cool. Oh yeah, my name tag actually has my pronouns on it too.
Nice.
It has my name, my position, and then they, them at the bottom, which means that all of the text on that name tag is incredibly tiny, which is funny.
I know for the thing I'm running on Friday, I think I have pronouns set for the it's either the players or the characters, but I should really make sure that both are on there. I have seen DMs on Twitch have the pronouns for both the player and the character.
As a non-binary person, man, I respect people that have like non-binary characters in D&D. I used to do that, and I was weirdly bad at maintaining my own character's pronouns a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to get into that at some point again in the future. But...
Sounds good. But yes, it was lovely to meet Fala.
And if I don't mention it again, can we say that periodically in between adventures, Silly Pickles will come in and check up on the pot?
Sure.
Okay.
All right.
Well, unless there's something else to be done here before we move on to the next place and meet the next wonderful neighbor, I was wondering if we could take a little break.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Sure.
Okay. Cool, thank you. All right. For those of you watching in the future, this break won't be too long. But for those of you watching in the present, I'll see you in about 3 minutes or so. Here we go. All right. It is time for us to resume where we left off. We met Fala. They were lovely. Excited to interact with them more. Was there anything else in here? Are we safe?
Yes, what else was in here is the shop-specific music for Coralon's Crown that I completely forgot about because I am a fool. That's what we're listening to now.
I love it. It reminds me that I need to... so first of all, my 2-year streaming anniversary is in a week, which means it's a week until the 2-year anniversary for Potionomics, which I should back into trying to beat. And this kind of sounds like it reminds me of some of the music from that game.
Interesting. Looks like we have a new person in the chat.
Yes. Reese has shown up. And Queen Ahi was here earlier. Welcome into the both of you. Oh, and Reese is asking, are you winning, friends? Well, I feel like I'm winning so far.
Alright.
We even saw a lawyer, which was wild. I mean, I saw nothing, Fala.
Nothing. I saw nothing that will hold up in court. Alright. So, yeah, you guys You guys headed down to the East of Tony. You guys headed down to Coralon's Crown, met Fala, the lovely elven practitioner and shopkeep. Well, where do you guys want to head next?
All right, Braylif, I don't mind picking again, but I did pick last time. So if there's a particular place you want to head to next, the floor is yours.
Let's let Blockhead decide.
Fling Blockhead into a random direction.
Fling's all the way over here.
Okay.
Knocks on the door.
That was my second choice anyway.
No, it's a public establishment. You don't knock on the door. We just enter.
Nope. Too late. Your social faux pas will be immortalized forever here on twitch.tv.
Blockhead smashes through the door.
Oh, no. Oh, wait.
You have... Sorry, I just have to clarify. You have music picked out for each shop. That is wonderful. That is...
I do. Yes.
That is fantastic. Y'all see this attention to detail? You don't get this from any other DM, or you don't get this from a lot of DMs.
Well, thank you. I try. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Enter into... The wooden sign above this shop's main door is bare except for a large bent nail sticking out of it. The front room contains displays of ornate furniture as well as a selection of bows and crossbows. The wall behind the counter is lined with rows of finely carved wooden canes, quarterstaffs, and shields. The owner and chief artisan of what you come to believe is known as the Bent Nail is a male half-elf carpenter and wood carver. He is currently putting the final touches on a fairly decorative chair. As the... No, go for it.
Oh, no, I was just going to clear my throat, but if you got more...
No, I was just gonna kick off the start of the interaction, unless you wanted to open that up.
Okay, yeah, I'll go ahead and open it up with...
Before you do, Lightning, is it is it intended that that your avatar is replaced with a background?
Oh, you mean on the bottom right?
Yeah.
Yes. I didn't want...
No.
I felt weird having both of myself on there.
Ah, okay.
Mhm.
That's the first time I noticed it. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, it's okay. But yeah, I'll open with, oh, that's a lovely looking chair. Is that a specific commission or for general sale?
Huh? This thing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is just general. This is just general sale. Oh hey, come to think of it, I don't think I've seen you two around here before. Pleasure to meet you. I'm Tally.
Pleasure to meet you too. My name is Dulce de Leche. I go by Dolce, and this is my associate. I'll do the Will Smith pose again.
Sorry, I had a Milky Way in my mouth.
Milky
And I'm
Way.
Chili Pickle.
Go ahead. About to say, are you
And we
frequenting
recently
other...
bought an establishment on this street.
Oh, your mic cut out for the entire thing that you said.
Oh, me?
Mhm.
Or no, I paused, and then I resumed right when Braylif resumed. So I think I wasn't saying much. I was just gonna say how it feels like if you're attending a place called the Milky Way when we're trying to get the Milky Pickle off the ground. I was just gonna make some dumb joke about that. That's all.
No. Braylif's entire introduction cut off until he said, until he mentioned that you just bought some place.
No, that was the entire thing. I stopped talking to finish my mouthful of Milky Way.
Okay.
Now to wash it down with some pickles. What was the original name of our bar? The Troll
Troll
Skull.
Skull Manor.
Troll Skull Manor is under new management. It's now the Milky Pickle.
That's a weird name, but all right.
I will conjure up a minor illusion of a Milky Pickle.
Whatever floats your boat, I guess.
Oh, but as a meta question, our chairs and other wooden things could use a little bit of a replacement, right? At the Milky Pickle, they're probably not in good condition. I don't.
Funny
They
you
were pretty beat up.
should mention that. Right as the two of you established that you are now the owners of the Troll Skull Manor with its newly named tavern, the Milky Pickle, Tally immediately swaps into salesman mode and says, well, if you own that rundown place, I imagine if you're looking to get it back open for business, you guys are gonna need a fair amount of new furniture. That place has been all but abandoned for quite some time now. I can't rightly imagine that any of the furniture in there has withstood the test of time.
Nope. Most of it's rotting away.
Sick. I mean, that's a darn shame.
Yeah, more business for you. And we're happy to contribute to the local economy.
Yes. Out of curiosity, what are your current going rates? You know, how much is this gonna set us back? Obviously, an investment we're willing to make, but you know, Silly Pickles is our bookkeeper for now until we hire our own bookkeeper. So I just wanted to make sure we got the numbers right.
It would depend pretty much entirely on the two of you, how much of any given thing that you need. As for the costs, out of character, I don't know. I have to look into what the going rates of a lot of what the going rates for like furniture would be.
Okay.
Because the book doesn't say.
All right, all good. I just imagine it's probably within our. Dolce pulls out bulging sacks of gold. Well, not actually in front of the proprietor, but I'm sure we could afford it, right? I'm just worried because like wood's the most important thing, right? So we'll need the chairs. Make sure the tables are ship shape. I imagine like, wait, is this the kind of person? Is this the proprietor we'd turn to for like, you know, alcohol barrels and stuff? That's probably a different store.
Tally might be able to fashion those. I believe that any barrels for alcohol, like you would basically be buying the alcohol from whatever guild members deal with that, and then it would like just naturally come in the barrels themselves.
Okay. But yeah, I'll tell Tally it's a pleasure to meet him. We're more than happy to foster this new working relationship together. I mean, is there anything actually that is visible that looks like it's like for immediate sale? Is there like stuff that isn't necessarily furniture, you know, like a little wooden trinket or like stuff for sale that isn't at the bar level? I don't know.
Yes. So Tally has plenty of things that are immediately for sale. While he doesn't have on hand like enough furniture to like fully furnish the tavern as a whole, he does have some chairs, some tables, some stools, and some benches for sale that you could at least use to get something started. He also has a number of various sculptures carved out of wood, a sculpture of a bear on its hind legs that is going for, like, say, 500 gold pieces. It's a fairly large decorative piece. He's got smaller decorative pieces of a couple different types of birds, a miniature dire wolf, things like that. So he does have some decorative pieces. He does have some practical things available. For some things you might need to, like if you needed to fully furnish the place, you'd probably have to contract for him to make a good amount of furniture for you. He does also sell wooden versions of various non-magical weapons. He does sell wooden shields and bows and crossbows as well.
Okay. Brayla, did Silly Pickles put her armor back on?
Yes.
Oh. Okay. It would have been funny if Dolce, like, you know, like when you like hit someone who's next to you, like with the back of your hand, like, oh my gosh, Silly Pickles. We should commission this wonderful proprietor. Because I'm looking at this bear on its hind legs. I'm looking at its height. We should commission a wooden replica of a Milky Pickle. Place it front and center. First thing you see when you come in. Or we could just put it out front. Entice people to come in. Like the Filipino fast food restaurant Jollibee. They have a giant humanoid cute little bee mascot in the front of every store. If you don't see one, it's because I stole it. But we don't have to blow our money on a Milky Pickle replica if you don't think that's actually a sound business idea.
No, it's a good idea.
Oh, excellent. Okay.
Is even a replica in that context? Like that just sounds like a design. Like that's just a statue. You're not replicating it.
And this is where you trick us into letting our guard down, and the final boss of this campaign actually is a Milky Pickle, in which case it would be a replica because it exists. But yeah, I understand. It wouldn't be a replica because it's not imitating something that actually exists.
Yeah, a giant just like a giant statue or sculpture, some shit of Blockhead eating a Milky Pickle.
We've got a new chatter here with a joke. Where does Dracula go for vacation? The answer is...
I don't know. Where does Dracula go for vacation?
Venezuela.
Ah, ha, ha.
Thank you for the joke. Okay, but yeah, we don't have to commission it now because look, I'm gonna level with you. I think the chairs and stuff are more important. It's okay if this isn't like an answer that's available now, but is there like, because you mentioned that there are like the chairs and the stools and whatnot that are available for sale now. Is there like a set that we could just buy now, either bring it back ourselves or have it shipped around the corner so that we can at least start the process? Or I mean,
yeah, if you want, you can get a nice set of polished wood table and 4 chairs, and it would cost you about 50 gold.
50 gold. Okay. I am willing to front that cost.
Tally explains that normally he can definitely do deliveries, but it is a mite bit silly to have it delivered 10 feet to the left of his store.
That's fair. Silly Pickles is a strong and capable individual.
Yeah, I can lift up to 10 pounds.
Oh. I am a strong and capable individual.
Yeah, you can lift up to 10 pounds.
Let me check my strength score again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but yeah, I'll hand over the 50 gold. I don't have to carry it over now if we want to meet more of the neighbors. I can just come back for it, I imagine.
I mean, we can just hand wave you like carrying it over.
All right, the first step to the full realization of the Milky Pickle.
As
Yeah.
you're as you're carrying the table over, Tally actually ends up walking up behind you, carrying all 4 of the chairs, like 2 on each arm.
Wow, nice. Oh my gosh, impressive.
When you look back at him, he does not seem to be especially phased. But as soon as you turn away, you can just kind of like hear him straining and grunting as he follows you behind you.
I like turn around again.
He looks completely fine.
I slowly turn back forward. And I keep walking. I'm not going to do the thing where I look back real quick. I'll just keep going.
You would kill him.
But yeah, it was a pleasure meeting this individual. I'll tell him that we will definitely be reaching out for more purchases.
Excellent. Sounds like a plan. All right. So where are you off to now?
All right. Well, since Blockhead chose this time, does Silly Pickles want to choose, or is it back to me? Since you technically control both.
Yeah, I can choose. Let's see.
When I hear that first note of this song, I keep thinking that some Shantae music is gonna play, because I'm pretty sure it's like the same instruments that they use for Burning Town in one of the Shantae games.
I like that you keep rolling like various different results, but you always you have consistently gone to the exact store that I expect you to go to every time.
We're so predictable.
All right. Speaking of Shantae, this is the first real proper victim of the fact that I can't use copyrighted materials.
Oh shit.
Here during the daylight hours, smoke and steam billow from the many windows around this indoor forge. Let's see. Let's just go with like smoke and steam are billowing from the many windows around this building. A sign above the door reads "Steam and Steel." From inside, you can hear the billowing of bellows and the hammering of metal crafts. Entering the building, you learn that it is in fact an indoor forge, operated by. Where did the first one go? Operated by a fire ganassi and a water ganassi.
Oh fuck yeah.
Cute.
Both members are working tirelessly on their respective half of the craft.
Now these people will appreciate the naming convention of the Milky Pickle.
One of them looks up from his hammering and goes, "The what?"
Hello, neighbors.
I'm Silly Pickles, she's Dulce de Leche, and so our bar is named the Milky Pickle.
You might have known it as Troll Skull Manor. New management, that's us. Meeting the neighbors, that's you. Hello.
Alright. The fire ganassi puts down his hammer, wipes a bit of sweat from his brow, and introduces himself, saying, "It's a pleasure to meet you two. My name is Embrick. This here is my husband, Avi. The water ganassi does not put down his hammer, and he continues walking, but he gives you both a polite wave and nod with his hammer on, and gives you a greeting-full little grunt, and then goes back to his walk. Embrick continues. Don't mind him. He doesn't like to stop in the middle of a project. Well, it's a pleasure to meet the two of you. I have mixed feelings about the fact that you picked up the mantle of the Troll Skull Manor. I wish you luck. It hasn't been the most fortunate of establishments, but I have full faith in your ability to turn that around.
Thank you so much for the words of encouragement. It means a lot. Sorry, did you want to add more to it?
Avi, the water ganassi, chimes in without looking up from his task and goes, "Don't have to get killed by the ghost."
I look over at Silly Pickles.
Not that one.
We're working on it. We convinced it to stop attacking us, at least for the moment.
Well, you're doing better than most already, says Embrick very brightly.
Is there something around that's immediately available for purchase? That sounds bad of me. I'm just like, is there something I can blow my money on in here? But
I mean,
is there something I can blow my money on in here?
Well, as Embrick goes on to explain, like, well, as I established, this here is the Steam and Steel. Me and Avi walk the forges, and we are a combination. We forge weapons and almost here. Let's see. I am a member of the Splendid Order of Almost Locksmiths and Finesmiths. Is Embrick? Huh. Oh wait, no. Okay, no, hold on. Okay, no, I misread that. One sec. Okay. Yeah. Embrick explains actually that the two of them are members of the, quote, most careful order of skilled smiths and metal forgers. Avi specifically is an armorer, so he's the one that forges the armor itself, and he is, by extension, also a member of the Splendid Order of Armorers, Locksmiths, and Finesmiths. Embrick likes to focus his efforts more on weapons than armor, evidently. So if you guys are ever in the market for any metal weapons, metal armor, if you need a new lock for your house, either I or Avi can forge any of those things if you need them.
What was the status of the locks on our house? They
Very
functioned,
good
right?
So legally speaking, the word function is pretty nebulous. They close. The locks do latch. That's about all you can really say that they do. They'll unlatch under certain circumstances. The circumstances might be a bit too broad for most practical use.
You're saying it may behoove us to replace them.
Dolce sneezes, and she feels like the lock may have unlatched back home.
Basically.
Yeah, our locks could use some refurbishing. How much you charge for something like that?
According to the Chapter 5 of the Player's Handbook, normal cost. I hope that helps.
Oh, sure. Let me just hand you a normal amount of money.
Yeah, I don't know off the top of my head if locks are a thing you can buy. I want to say that they are.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure they are. Out of curiosity, I was wondering if they had anything high end. You know, something like a Nest or wait, no, one. What's the chime? What's the thing on the front that people use? Those fancy doorbells that have cameras and all that jazz. Ring? Yes. Do they got any Ring cameras or anything comparable in this day and fantasy age?
That would fall under the purview of a wizard.
Yeah, that's fair. You know what? That's fair. Oh well.
It's like, what do you have in the way of security systems? It's like, okay, well, you're looking for either an animated armor or the alarm spell. I don't think you're going to I don't think you're going to like the local gay blacksmiths for that.
Dang it.
But yeah, there is so many books.
They're saying we can hire an animated armor for the price of a lock, is what I gathered from that exchange.
Yeah, you can hire an animated armor for the price of a 10,000 gold piece lock.
Yeah, this bar is going to be crazy. The fucking barkeep's going to be an animated armor. The waitress is going to be a shrub. The in-house entertainment is a ghost.
I can't even begin to express how high a lock would cost 10 gold pieces. I can't even begin to express how rough your liability insurance would have to be to accommodate for that shit. Just like the barkeep as an animated armor, it's just like you're paying more in liability insurance than most people's monthly income.
Okay, what about a bouncer?
I mean, the problem isn't the job title. The problem is who is the individual you have hired. I'm not saying it's a good system. It's a pretty morally bankrupt system. But if anyone could be described as a monster or would appear in the monsters manual as such, your liability insurance is going through the roof.
Commoners are included in the monster manual.
Yeah. Look, I didn't say it was a good system. I, in fact, explicitly just said it was a pretty bad one. But this is the system that we're working with. And if you want to hire Freddy Fazbear to be your, barkeep, then...
Well, kids shouldn't be around here anyway. They gotta be whatever the legal drinking age here. So Freddy Fazbear, I feel like, would make a fit. Anyway.
Due to aggressive lobbying, the legal drinking age is actually 2.5.
Oh, Waterdeep.
How many entrances does the bar have?
Huh, yeah, that's a valid question.
I feel like it just has what? The one in front, one in the back, because our residence is not...
Was there also a side door? I don't remember.
You mean the door we take to go upstairs to our residence, or you mean the side door on the south side of the building?
So there is... Let's see. If you're looking for, how many entrances would an actual individual have? If you're talking, how many entrances would a, potential patron have access to, you're talking 3 doors. If you're talking, all entrances to the building in total, you're talking 1, 2,
I meant doors.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
Including the one that goes from the outside, from the outside directly to the pantry, one going from the outside directly to the kitchen, there are 3 entrances for customers to use, and then there is the staircase that leads up to the actual house that opens into the common room. So that's 6 doors you'd have to be aware of, just that a person could walk to. There are 4 more doors on the second floor that a person wouldn't have access to from the first floor. But if we're like introducing the concept of someone with a flight speed, then you'd have to account for those too.
Right. Okay, so
which would bring the total up to 9.
So according to the player's handbook, the default DC for locks is 15. Your DM may decide that better locks are available for higher prices.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What would a better lock look like?
A better lock would probably be like DC 20 at 50 gold. Because like the DC 15 lock is probably a pretty standard design lock, but like if you want to increase the DC, you got to start getting complicated.
Yeah. Okay. It also says each lock comes with 1 key. I guess we'd want 2 copies of each key.
Or if we have 1 key, we just split up the key. No, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, for now, I think I'll commission the just 6 standard locks for the standard entrances, and once we get more of a windfall from all this adventuring that we're hopefully going to do, we can look into more security.
Mm-hmm. So that's 6 standard locks for now, you said?
Yep.
Alright. Embrick goes and collects 6 locks for you. Alright. Seeing as you're new customers and you're buying in bulk, I'll do just a flat 50 gold for these instead of the 60.
Nice.
Ooh. And would it cost extra to get some extra keys for these?
We can do copies of those keys. No extra cost.
Nice.
Excellent.
As he says this, Avi just kind of chimes in a little. He's just like, Embrick. And Embrick just like, Avi, it's fine.
Aw.
I'll tip 3 gold.
Mighty appreciated. Don't mind. He says in a more like hushed tone, don't mind Avi, we're operating on a little bit of a lean budget right now.
Well, once our own budget increases, we may come around with more security needs.
Yes, and maybe other metal needs as well. Think this, Silly Pickles. Signage. Think about a metal a metal design of a Milky Pickle.
Metal now.
I love the idea of just like getting sculptures of various. I can't wait until I introduce you guys to the Mason and you're like, imagine a mobile statue.
Wait, genius.
Okay.
I love that I have something to spend my money on now.
Hey guys, welcome to Mason's Masonry. I'm Mason the Mason.
Okay, how much gold would like a 5x5 sculpture made out of solid diamond cost?
If you have to ask, you can't afford it.
Like
Terrific.
normally in D&D games, in campaigns, I spend my money on magic items. Normally in video games like Pokemon Sword Shield, the only thing I spend my money on is clothing. But apparently here, I'm just gonna save up so we can have, what was it? Wooden replica? I mean, wooden like statue, metal statue, telling me marble statue is now on the table. And of course,
the whole fucking street surrounding the building is just covered in various sculptures of a pickle. Of a pickle and like a jar of milk.
Oh, I just had a horrid idea because I rewatched series 5 of Doctor Who, and he likes to take fish fingers, fish sticks, and dip it in custard to eat it. And now I'm imagining that pickle and that cup of milk you're mentioning. That's not what I think of when I think Milky Pickle.
Yeah, no, like a glass bottle of milk, but there's just a pickle jammed into it.
Hey. This is not okay. You should feel bad for your decisions.
I'm getting commission ideas for the next month or two. Wait.
Terrific.
Lacto fermentation thing for pickles? I'm afraid to look this up. I feel like I'm going to be put on an additional list by the government if I try to look that up.
Okay, if we want to get more complicated, we can have it's a sculpture of a pickle, but then a bottle of milk is just being poured on it, and it's just the milk is sculpted to be mid splash.
Yeah.
Alternatively, you get those signs with a single moving part.
Yeah.
You have a
waving arm or
sign
whatever.
that has an arm with a hand holding a pickle that is and the arm moves at the elbow to dunk the pickle into a glass of milk.
Yeah.
And it just does that on loop forever.
Why is our bar failing? Help us decide our budget. 20,000 gold dedicated to the sculptures.
Spend less on sculptures.
No!
I cannot wait to actually heist the Waterdeep dragons and hopefully use that money for good. The good being all of
The
this.
Milky Pickle.
The Milky Pickle.
There are alcoholic beverages that include milk and beverages that include pickles. I've done pickle shots before. I don't know that any include both, but we can find a way.
Well, I know people like Pilk. I have not tried Pilk yet. It's just root beer float adjacent.
Yeah. That's a way of describing it, sure.
No, the fuck it's not.
It's just like a liquid root beer float. It's like a root beer float without the solidity of the ice cream.
Attention chat, I am now taking applications to replace me as DM for this campaign. God. Oh, wait, I mentioned that these guys were a victim of the fact that I can't use copyrighted music. These guys otherwise would have gotten the Squidsmith.
Squidsmith! Yeah!
Yeah, I was thinking that myself as
nice,
we
look
walked
at us.
Yeah, that's what these guys would have gotten, but can't use that legally because we stream, so. Oh, well.
All right. Well, before we go to the next building, I'll go and change all the locks off screen.
Okay. Embrick will follow you to help install some of the locks, just because why not? Sign a goodwill.
Alright.
When he does, he takes notice of the polished wooden table and chairs that you guys got, and goes, "Oh, I see you already been to go see Tally. He does good work, that guy."
This is a very helpful street for getting our bar back up and running.
Yeah, everyone's so nice. This is nice. I say both as Dolce and as myself. Damn.
Look, I'm gonna level with you. You probably don't wanna get too used to that. Like, a couple of us shopkeepers definitely, not to toot my own horn, but yeah, we're definitely pretty nice. You're gonna have to deal with like guild members. Just don't expect the same customer service from the guild representatives.
Oh.
You're gonna wanna put on your loyal pants for those interactions.
Yeah, we heard.
I look over to the lawyer who might be in that corner, probably not, but I'll look over to what Dolce assumes is the lawyer corner. So I'll turn like 80 degrees to my left, counterclockwise, and be like, "Do you have pants?" Oh, there's no one there. Perhaps. Okay, never mind.
No, there's no one now.
All right. Well,
Did you get the feeling that they're all lawyers in the vicinity who are uncomfortable at the prospect of having to deal with various guild members now?
I'll just pick up some big lawyer pants at the local tailor that I imagine that we might reach soon. Oh, and then we can get t-shirts that say Milky Pickle to match we have to get something Milky Pickle branded from every store.
I do enjoy and appreciate the fact that you guys all like dealing with like some of the more practical costs up front for getting the Milky Pickle back up and running. But I love that the discussion is about spending exorbitant amounts of money on truly irrational advertising and marketing campaigns. Like,
I literally can't even wear a t-shirt.
we're not talking about like putting up flyers for like the grand opening of the Milky Pickle with the address or anything. We're talking about sculptures and t-shirts. We got merchandise and we got like chintzy roadside attraction level crap.
Which one of these buildings is the blimp rental service?
Oh yeah, you haven't talked to anyone about commissioning a sign for the place.
I considered it at the actually I think it was at this place. I was like, we could have a metal sign that says Milky Pickle, and then I went into the whole metal statue. But yeah, we could do it here, or we could do it at the bent.
A marble sign.
You hang it up on these thin chains, and it just immediately snap and land directly on your foot.
Yeah, I think my last group did commission from the Bent Nails specifically. It's a sign that says cheese carvers, because we were the cheese carvers. And it was nice. I think it was a little mouse at the end. Think like the end of Ratatouille.
Nice. I forgot that you got to this part in your original.
Yes,
campaign.
But the only thing I really remember was the Bent Nail. All this other stuff, completely foreign to me.
That's interesting.
I don't remember. I mean, like Fala sounds kind of familiar, but we also didn't have store-specific music like the Coffee Lich has for us here today. So, already the best Troll Skull Alley, soon to be Milky Pickle Alley interaction that I've had across my 3 campaigns.
The next time you host this campaign, you have to name it Milky Pickle Avenue.
No. I don't even want to get into the legal proceedings that would require you changing the name of an entire street.
That's why we need all those Waterdeep dragons so that we can afford it.
In fact, let's take this into a more meta thing. We're gonna change the name of the street in the book.
You just buy a book, change every scribble out, white out every instance of the phrase Troll Skull Alley, and just haphazardly write in Milky Pickle Lane or whatever the fuck. And then just hand it to me.
I mess up the control replace function, and suddenly all the trolls are renamed to Milk.
I love that. You're fighting a Everyone roll initiative. You're fighting against to dial milk. I don't know what's up with that. Whatever, let's roll with it. So you know when milk. So you know when like you leave milk out of the fridge and then you forget about it for 2 months.
Yeah.
So that's what you're fighting right now.
Oh no! The Lich has sent his flame pickles after us.
You're fighting. You're so. Yes. Incredible. So you're fighting 2 of those. They're both CR 15. I believe in you.
Alright, we have fun here. But let's go on to the next essential establishment.
All right. As we're heading over to that establishment, I will wish Ace Sterling a good night, laying down for the night. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching us debate Milky Pickles.
Yeah. That's the general Troll Skull music going. One sec.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys moved over here now?
I believe so.
Okay. God. I don't have anything for this one. Give me one sec. The issue is, this one is my own creation. So, sorry.
Actually, as you're pulling up music, I might want to take us away for a bit to the other screen.
Okay.
But I'll let you know when it happens.
Well, I have music. I don't have a description prepared, is all.
Mm-hmm.
Did you need a break?
I just sense we may get some visitors very soon. Of the raid variety.
I see.
Be any 10 seconds from now.
Oddly specific.
I could see the bar going down on the tab that I had open. All right, there it is. Let me take us over here. Those of you watching in the future, we'll be right back. All right. And we're back. Thank you for your patience. I'm ready to see what's behind door number 4.
Yep.
3. Door number 4.
Something. Okay. All right. Most anxious about this one because this is store and character of my own creation. Oh, this is the music I went with, though. I forgot about that. So, you walk up to this building. It is a single-story building. The outside looks fairly normal. It blends in pretty easily with a lot of the private residents here, but the door and the sign are where all of the effort has gone in. The door is painted a vibrant purple with a lot of what look to be white stars painted on. The painting is definitely starting to fade and chip in some places, so it has been here for a little while, maybe with not the best of care. The sign up front, up above the door, says in similarly chipping gold filigree, Maven's Mystic Miscellanea.
Nice.
I love Miscellanea.
Well, you know, Mystic speaks to me as someone who piloted a character named Mystic, who was partnered with Braylof's character.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, this one has a face.
Yes, actually, right as the NPC was revealed, our raider Joshi the Witch said, "Hey, yo, who is she?" But like, what? It wasn't about the NPC, but I thought for a sec, not to put him on blast, that he was thirsting over this NPC. But I am happy to meet them. I'm gonna assume that this is Maven, but yeah, I'll step in and say hello.
As you step in the door, a little bell above the door rings, and Maven and the shopkeep looks up from a book that she was scribbling in and greets you warmly. Hello, welcome. Oh, you two seem new. I don't think I've seen you before. It's a pleasure to meet you. My name's Maven Glitterhorn. Welcome to Troll Skull Alley. What can I do for you?
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. We are here because we are your new neighbors. My name is Dulce de Leche. You can call me Dolce. She Will Smith.
And I'm
poses.
Silly Pickles.
And because I am Dulce de Leche and she is Silly Pickles, we've gone ahead and updated Troll Skull Manor's name for our new modern age. And thus, we have dubbed it the Milky Pickle. And Dolce will like take her hands, and you know the imagination thing from SpongeBob. She will say Milky Pickle and use minor illusion to cause those letters to appear between her hands.
Ooh, that's a creative name. I'm sure that's gonna bring in a lot of attention for you guys.
Yeah, I knew someone would like it eventually.
So Maven is a fairly young tiefling woman. She's got bright pink hair. She's got fairly short horns, and she wears very large very large round lens spectacles.
Cute. One of my favorite character design element. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is so cute.
Oh, that's adorable.
Thank the gods for Pikru.
Nice.
Well, don't keep me in suspense forever. What can I do for you guys? What brings you into my little shop?
Well, we were wondering what you do here.
Well, it's pretty much right as the sign puts up at the... It's right as the sign I put up out front says. This is Maven's Mystic Miscellanea. I collect all sorts of random magical goodies, and I sell them off to people who are looking for a little bit more fun in their lives.
I love
I
goodies
like all of that.
and fun in their lives and spending my money to get that sweet, sweet serotonin. Sounds like we've come to the right place.
Well, I'm always willing to indulge people in their unhealthy spending habits.
Hey!
I'm not entirely sure if I'm gonna personally have a ton that you guys are gonna be able to make use out of for your new shop, for your new tavern. But I do think that I might have some things that you'll think are fun. Maybe some things that you find useful.
All right, lay it on me.
Well, I do have a small collection of potions here for you guys.
Potions, you say? Interesting. No, just kidding. Multiple stores on Troll Skull Alley, soon to be Milky Pickle Alley, can sell potions.
What kind are they?
Hold on 1 sec. Gotta update some prices.
Update some
You have
prices,
to
you
raise
said?
the prices because of all the thirsting that is occurring in my chat for the. What's the word? Not kind thirsting. What's the opposite of rude?
No, I have to update some prices because Maven was created before I ever read Chapter 2. So a lot of prices that I came up with for some things that are sold elsewhere are based off of nothing. And basically, Maven was undercutting some other people in Troll Skull Alley by like a factor of 10. So like borderline like illegal price cutting. Like the sort of shit that it's just like you're selling a lot of these things at less than it costs to produce them. Or how do I know that you acquired these legally? Literally a plot point and a side quest in a video game that I played in the past. That person was not acquiring their goods legally. So
it's a cool quest. Cool idea. I should steal that.
it was a very fun concept for a quest. Well, let's see. Well, I've got some fairly basic potions. I've got some basic potions of healing. I've got some greater potions of healing as well. Though of course, Fala, a couple doors down, does have those as well. I believe I have a fairly limited stock. They definitely have the ability to produce more of those more frequently. I do have a few options beyond what they offer, though. I also have a potion of fire resistance, in case you're going anywhere that requires in case you guys are going anywhere that requires some heat resistance. I've got a potion of heroism that you can use to bolster your strength a bit. She lifts up a glass bottle with a deep royal blue liquid in it. She puts that down and picks up an empty bottle. And when she shakes the bottle a little bit, you can just faintly hear the sound of liquid sloshing around inside. And goes, "This one here is a fun one. I got a potion of invisibility."
Ooh.
Oh, I get it.
I believe this one turns you invisible and everything that you're carrying and wearing for 1 hour. It doesn't hold up if you do any major actions, like if you, say, attacked someone. You two do seem to be adventurers. I imagine that self-defense does come up in your line of work every now and then.
Oche hides the enormous cache of weapons that she somehow can't hide that's directly behind her.
Yeah. So this is the sort of those are the potions that I've got access to. Did I?
How much are they?
The potions of healing and greater healing go for 50 gold and 250 gold, respectively. This is market value. And those were the things that Maven was drastically undercutting follow-up a second ago, selling them for 10 and 20 gold, respectively.
Holy shit. Take your whole stock.
Oh my gosh. Time for us to open our own store. The Milky... Okay, no, I can't think of anything.
Not anymore, you won't. I mean, if you want to drop 500 gold on 10 potions of healing, then go for it. But I'm fairly confident you don't have 2,500 gold for all 10 greater potions of healing. The other potions that she described, she has one each of. The potion of invisibility, because I don't have direct prices to compare these two. These ones have more vague pricing that's probably less than the book would net otherwise demand. The potion of invisibility is going for 70 gold pieces. Potion of heroism is going for 55, and the potion of fire resistance is going for 75.
Okay, I think most useful order would be invisibility, fire resistance, heroism, in case you think we should purchase like 1, 2, or 3 of these potions.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
Well, those are just the potions that Maven has. She does have other items as well.
What else do we got?
So, those are my potions that I have on sale. I do have some, admittedly, for an adventurer, less practical items, but plenty of fun.
I'm listening.
She holds up a 2 sticks of flat bamboo with some paper in between, and she unfolds them into a fan, and she gently fans over the two of you, and I'm going to ask you a character question. For Silly Pickles, first off, do you still have a sense of smell?
I think the answer is no.
Well, you do now for a second. And second question for both of you, what is your favorite smell?
For Dolce, it's hot cocoa.
Ooh, fun.
Silly Pickles. It's gonna be, I guess, the smell of a breezy meadow in the Feywild.
Neat. Are ads running for you guys as well?
Yes. We should be up in like half a minute.
Gotcha. Should I save the character stuff for after the ads are done?
Yeah, do that. I would have snoozed them more, but I ran out of snoozes because we had the raid coming in, and
yeah.
All right, my end is telling me that everyone's back. So we can go when you're done on your end.
All right, I am done on my end.
All right, welcome back, everyone.
Well, as in case anyone missed it due to ads, Maven unfolded a bamboo fan and blew it at these guys. And we established that Dolce's favorite smell is hot cocoa, and for Silly Pickles, it is a meadow of the Feywild. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, as Maven blows, gently fans you with this bamboo fan, you're able to both respectively smell those exact scents. So Dolce, as Maven blows the fan at you, you just get hit with the smell of freshly brewed mixed. I'm not sure what I want to go with there. hot cocoa, piping hot, smell like you could almost like feel a mug right in your hands. It's the scent is so real. Silly pickles, you are hit with a smell for the first time since you awakened as a ghost, and it is the incredibly familiar scent of the meadows of the Feywild, your long lost home. Just as quickly as the smells hit, they are gone as Maven folds the fan up once again and says, "This has always been one of my favorites. This one is called the Perfumer's fan. As you might have noticed, when you blow this fan, it wafts your favorite smell. And it alternates for each person who smells it. Isn't that cool? Isn't that so fun?"
That's fantastic. Oh,
Cool.
I have no pun intended there, actually.
Fantastic.
I
love that.
would love one of those in our new establishment. The Milky Pickle. She looks directly at the camera. It would be just wonderful to kind of, have a customer come in. Maybe they've had a long day. And then we fan them with the perfumer's fan. And their favorite smell brings them back.
How much is it?
The Perfumer's fan is one of my less powerful magical items. This one's going for just 50 gold pieces.
Well, I'd pay that.
I'll let you pay for it then.
Okay. Yeah. I've got the funds. I will go ahead and hand over 50 gold pieces so that we can get a perfumer's fan. And hey, this sounds like the kind of thing that might help not only at our establishment, but when we go off and do our errands, she says, hiding once again the massive cache of weapons that she has directly behind her. Oh, we have another raid, so let me take us over there.
Goodness.
We'll be right back.
We'll pop.
Right, back to business over here, in range of this wonderful, cute NPC.
Maven have any other oddities for us?
Yep. As a little rundown for those who just joined us, I mentioned that I'm currently controlling an NPC who runs a little magic shop. This is the character in question. This is Maven. She is the owner and proprietor of Maven's Mystic Miscellanea. She's selling these guys all kinds of random magical stuff. And just a moment ago, she did a little demonstration of the Perfumer's fan, which I'll post in the chat here. With the ability that has it's a little bamboo folding fan that wafts your favorite smell in your direction. And yeah, so from there, let's see, wanted to know about what other stuff she's got. So I do have a couple other magical items. Some of them are the same standard. Some of them are on the same level as the Perfumer's fan. I've got this fun one. She holds up a scroll that has some fancy calligraphy designs to form a border. This one is called the Scribe's Dream. It's a little magical piece of paper that when it's pressed against any text, it is a magical piece of parchment that can replace its text with any text pressed against it. So if you've ever done a little charcoal rubbing on like a on a sign or a tombstone or anything like that. Imagine that, but without the charcoal and without the mess.
Cool.
Nice. That's pretty good, especially considering people should be a little bit more careful around charcoal. A lot of people like to consume things like activated charcoal without realizing the negative effects it has on any medication they might be taking, essentially nullifying it. So, I mean, I'm sure you might know that or not really be taking any medication, but yes, that sounds like a less messy way to deal with it. Tempting.
That was a weirdly specific comment, but I like the energy.
Okay, but yes, I do like that. While I normally wouldn't pick up such a thing, I feel like now that we're in town, we have some things that might require it. This feels like just the kind of thing that could prove useful sometime during this campaign. I mean, during our tenure here in Waterdeep.
You never know.
Okay, I'll come back to that, but it's definitely on the top of my to-get list.
All right, I'll just set that one aside for now. I also have this one. She holds up a little black. She holds up a very small bottle. Moves it around, and it's got some kind of liquid in it. This is the oil of slipperiness. I had this tab open. This is an actual official item from D&D. Give me one moment. Let's see. This is the oil of slipperiness. It's kind of like a potion in a way. So this has a number of uses. You can pour this on the ground and it will cover a 10-foot square. And it works very similar to the grease spell, if you're familiar with that. It will stay on that and it will just stay on the ground there, affecting it for 8 hours. So it's useful if you need to make a quick getaway, if you need to make some area of the ground slippery for a long period of time and still in a single day. Let's see. You can use this to cover a medium or smaller creature along with anything that they're carrying or wearing. It takes about 10 minutes to do that, and then the creature will actually have the benefits as though they were under the effect of the freedom of movement spell, similarly for 8 hours.
Okay, another item that I feel like if this were a different campaign, I mean a different city that I were in, I normally wouldn't bat an eye, but for this particular city that we're in, I feel like it could be very useful.
Yeah.
Potentially. This one's on a little bit of a lower price range. Ironically, it doesn't move very quickly. So this one is available for just 15 gold.
Oh. Yeah, I'll take that.
Damn, just straight up, huh? Alright, well, that is 15 gold for the oil of slipperiness. She does only have the one, so that item is gone from the store.
I do have to ask, Silly Pickles, for those at home, you are a ghost and you can phase through solid objects. I feel like you technically wouldn't need... I mean, I don't want to yuck anyone's yums, but can I ask what the oil, what do you think it could prove useful in?
I could pour it on the floor and knock people over.
Yeah, grease spell, I see that. All right. Nice. Cool. I'm excited to see that.
I do have one last item available for sale. She holds up a fairly unassuming, looks like a fairly unassuming like pewter bottle. seems. It's got a cork stopper on the top. This one requires a little bit of a demonstration, kind of like the perfumer's fan. She uncorks the bottle and pours it and holds it upside down as though you were buying a Blizzard at Dairy Queen. So, as you can see, there is nothing in this bottle right now. She holds the neck over to the two of you to show that there's nothing in the bottle. And then she pulls out a similar bottle. This one is just like a basic glass bottle. It's got a similar cork stopper in it. And this one looks to be filled with water. Just plain old H2O. So, as you can see, this one is filled with water. And then she nebulously uses an action. And the water in the glass bottle disappears. And then she removes the cork stopper from the glass bottle, removes the cork stopper from the pewter bottle, and lifts the tilts the pewter bottle over the opening of the glass bottle, and water pours out of the pewter bottle back into the glass one.
Ooh.
This one is called the calling bottle. While you're holding this bottle, you can use its action to swap its contents with another full bottle within your line of sight. Be aware though, this bottle is not resistant to acid, so you can't use that. So you can't use it to transport any acidic ingredients. The bottle itself is magical in what it does, but it's not magical in any kind of like resistance-based way. So you wouldn't be able to transport things that would otherwise like melt through this same material, be that acid, lava, anything like that. But it can still be a useful way to move something around. It does only work on liquids, so you can't stuff something into a bottle to then carry it around using this thing, unless you can stuff it into this bottle itself. So just be aware of that.
What material is the bottle made out of?
Pewter.
Oh, okay.
So it's a soft metal.
Right.
If you're familiar with tabletop miniatures, any metal minis that you find are actually made out of pewter, which makes them easier to sculpt with. That also makes them potentially fairly fragile as minis go, because pewter is, again, a fairly soft metal.
How much?
The calling bottle, once again, doesn't have a ton of use cases, so this one's actually going for just 15 gold as well.
I'll take it.
Alright. I will...
We're about to run a bar. It's actually really useful.
Yeah, potentially, at the very least. Now, it's worth noting, you can't use this to take... Like, it has to swap contents with it. Mm-hmm. So, like, if there was anything in this bottle, then you would be, like, swapping places between these two liquids. So, mm-hmm. Like, if you want to fill this thing up with, like, ale from a barrel, mm-hmm. You would, if there was any liquid in the bottle, you would be pouring that essentially into the ale barrel as well. So you need to make sure that you're not like diluting the ale barrel with water on accident or intentionally, unless that's business model.
Mm-hmm. We'll find a use for it.
Now, I do have some other things that you might find interesting, but they're not actually for sale. But I figure I'm bringing it up because I think maybe we could help each other. You guys are adventurers, right?
Yeah.
At your command.
So I have this ancient dwarven artifact that I've come into possession of. It seems to be some kind of container, but I haven't been able to get it open. I can't read dwarven myself. I'm limited to the common tongue and infernal.
I can read Dwarvish.
So if either of you guys are willing to translate this for me, I'd be willing to reward you with a petrified dragon egg.
Ooh.
I've got a silver one, a blue one, a red one, and a green one. And in case you're wondering, so you have a full picture going in. What it does is it grants the owner resistance to its corresponding damage type for one attack once per short rest.
Oh, I am highly interested.
Those being...
Well, it's the eggs of a silver, blue, red, or green dragon.
Right.
So it's
red is fire, green is acid.
Yes.
Or is it poison?
Green is poison, black is acid. So
Right.
it's ice, lightning, fire, or poison.
Gotcha. Well, I can translate that for you. What's it say?
Well, she's only offering this to one of you, so you guys gotta decide amongst yourselves who wants to take on the quest.
I mean,
You can. I feel like you're typically.
oh, I was just gonna translate, but you can have the egg if you want.
Oh yeah, I'd love the egg. They call me. Yeah, I love the egg.
Okay. Narrowly avoided something terrible there, lightning. So both of you are able to read it, no problem, because you both read. You can both.
Right.
You both know Dwarvish, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the ancient artifact reads. Let me post this in chat. No. The ancient and mystical artifact reads, push down and turn sundial wise to open.
Incredible.
And I'll translate.
Oh, damn it. It's just been simple instructions the whole time.
It's
so
just
Maven-
child-proofed.
Maven, yeah, exactly. Maven does exactly that. Opens it up, and her eyes are positively gleaming up until she opens the thing. The contents of the artifact are a mysterious paste that has long since dried out.
I love that clocks apparently don't exist in this setting.
They didn't, or at the very least, they didn't at the time of.
Okay,
this
right.
artifact
It's ancient. Okay,
creation.
I just got it. Love it.
Well, poo. I was
What
hoping
is
I have no idea. Some kind of it looks like it was some kind of paste or liquid or something once upon a time, but it's dried out. I don't know what it does. Maybe I'll try adding water to it later. See if that adds some life back into it. Well,
We come back and there's just like a gargantuan ooze terrorizing the city.
Yeah, exactly. Freeze dried gelatinous cube. Instant black.
Just add
ooze.
water.
Just add water. Instant black ooze. Don't add water. Well, a deal's a deal. You translated my item. So, which egg do you want? Silver, blue, red, or green?
Oh, I'm so torn. Absorb elements probably like. Wait, do we even have access to that anymore?
Well, you're not an Eldritch Knight anymore, so I would assume the answer is no.
Yeah. I did take magic initiate, but I didn't pick up absorb elements as a spell for that. Huh.
Mm.
Then I kind of feel like, I'll talk this over with Braylov. I want to say I feel like fire would be like a common use case.
Yep. I was gonna say fire.
Yeah, I'll probably take fire just because, it'll be a nice homage to all the absorb elements of fire that occurred during Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Like during that final fight or one of the final fights where she like jumped through a wall of fire, or she absorbed elemented the thing that the thrall guy cast. He unleashed something of fire, and I know she was able to absorb that for her next thing. So yeah, I'll take the red petrified dragon egg.
All right. Feel free to add that to your character sheet.
Nice. All right, oh my gosh, I feel like we're gonna spend the most money here at this rate. I might hold off on the scribe stream only because we can always come back to buy it if we feel like we might need it soon. Oh, thank you.
I agree.
Okay, red petrified dragon egg is in. I'll probably hold off on the scribe stream for now until we feel like perhaps we'll need it in the near future.
All right. Sounds good. Sounds fair. I'll try to repopulate Maven's store with items and quests as I come up with ideas.
Nice. Okay, so
I'll try to come up with quest ideas that require you to like actually go places.
Ooh, sounds cute. Okay, so unless there's more wares, I guess I'm done with purchases for now in here.
Yeah.
All right. Was it 2 stores left?
Yeah.
Do you think we have time for them?
Well, how are you both feeling?
I'm feeling a little tired.
Okay. Do you want to save the 2 stores for next time then?
If you wouldn't mind.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I'm also fading, and I was gonna try to hold out. I'm like, yeah, the 2 stores, but since we all seem to be on a similar page here, I am game to call it there.
Yeah. All of these have been taking a bit longer than I expected them to.
And you were worried we'd go through it too fast.
Actually, no. I kind of figured you would end up. I kind of figured you would end up like mostly just doing the stores tonight, but yeah, didn't expect you to like sit around on each individual store.
Mm-hmm. Plus, we got the 2 raids in.
True.
Yeah, Josh, it might be late for me now, but we used to do this like twice a week for like 2 or 3 hour time every week. Oh my gosh, I feel kind of tired just thinking about it. Damn. We got a lot done. Yeah, anything else you want to say to the people watching in the future for the VOD before I take us to the other screen and we raid out of here?
Nope. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for joining us, guys.
Yeah, thanks for being here. Y'all made it fun. Look forward to more of this down the line. All right. See y'all in the future on the other side.